Hello again. I got a request from one of the viewer folks out there that wanted to see a little bit more detail on how I modified my Pack Mule, Pack-Rabbit Pack Mule frame. This is their large one, and so I'm going to let you see what I did here, up close here. If you'll notice, this, before I modified it, it sets about like that. And that was just setting up just a little too high for me to, I'm 6'1", so, and I wanted to be sitting on the, right on the ground as much as I could. And so I just lowered it that much, from here to about there. And it's quite a bit of difference, and if you use shooting sticks, I was getting where I had to crunch down with that seat up like this. So when I put the seat down, I was able to relax and use my shooting sticks. So I'm going to show you what I did here. It's going to require you to do a little bit of sawing on the thing, and these are kind of expensive, so you got to take your time and do it right. So I'll bring the camera up here. Alrighty, what I did was cut this off right level with the bottom of the feet. One other thing I forgot to mention here, or I need to put in right now, this rod that runs from here to the other side that it pivots on, its original location, it was right here, and it's got that little torsion bar like thing, and that you're going to have to abandon to make this work. I had to move that down here and drill another hole. So I put a bunch of washers in there, if you can see that or not, just to space it out so it wouldn't be running up against the buckle. You can see that. So when you are designing this, you're going to have this seat loose, have it cut off, and then you're going to have to put it, you're going to have to put the seat low and find out where to drill that hole back in here to put the rod all the way back on the other side, so it'll be lower. If not, this seat would be sitting up in here again, sitting up high, but now it's sitting low and down. So what I've done is got the seat that was sitting up here, it's lower and it sits down. Hope you can see that. You'll have to unscrew this screw. You take this, you know, this is my modification too. It had a bunch of stuff sticking out here, and I modified that too to make it a little bit more smoother, and you won't catch it on stuff when you're walking or setting it up. Did the same thing on the other side. Where the backpack strap attaches to it. So what you do, you take this big rod out, take that out, mark it where you want to cut this thing, and just cut it, excuse me, I cut it right level with the bottom feet, where it sits on the bottom. So when you get all done, here's where the bottom feet is. Instead of it sitting like that, it's going to sit flat. Now, when you cut those off, it's not going to catch where it did before. Back in here, it's not going to catch right there. So you're going to have to put something in there for it to catch on, for the seat to rest upon. So now, I don't know if you can see this, you should be able to see this pretty good. Right in here is a piece of wood that I put in here. This piece of oak, just because I had it. And I just beveled it off just a little bit, painted it the same color. And just take your time, and you'll need probably a table saw to do this, not necessarily, but depending on what you got handy, you know. What I did was I put that as a spacer in there, for the portion that you cut off on the back, for it to hit that. It hits right there and stops it from going all the way to the ground. And you'll need to adjust this as you do this, so you can actually have some pressure against it, so when you sit on it, you still got pressure up against the back of it that you can put your back up against. If you get this too low, it comes down too far, then you're going to be leaning way back. So keep track of where that is. This worked out really good. I'll give you a little side view of that to get an angle, approximate angle to put that at. I contacted the company and said that you might consider offering this this modification or this model or something like that for us people that are shooting with shooting sticks, and especially Harris bipods and Caldwell bipods. For anybody 6 foot and taller, you just have to scrunch down too much with the seat sitting up like this. It's quite a bit of difference. Now you'll note that when you fold it up, it's going to look, there's that gap in there. That's why I've got a gap. Now to keep that thing from flopping down, I've seen some other people do different things. I just cut me a piece of some kind of cord, what do you call it, darn stuff, inch strapping, and then sewed a little bit of Velcro right there. And so when you get there, you can quietly peel it off as quiet as you can, and then pops right down. It keeps it from flopping around on you. So that worked pretty good. It's easy to pop back up. That's something I kind of wish they would have did at the factory. Wasn't on there. And then the one gentleman that wanted me to do this, I'll show him up here. Now what I did on this pack that I told him that I bought from Condor, C-O-N-D-O-R I believe, their stuff is half the price of all these other high price ones, and it just is nice. And so what I did was I took the backpack straps off of it and put it on the Pack Mule. And to keep it from sliding off, I kind of run it back in there. You can kind of see where it's not just run up in there and down, it's run back in there, run back up in there twice so they don't slip. And it works really well. Get a little better angle of that. So when you get done, I really love the frame, but I didn't like the pack that came with it, or the shoulder straps. I just didn't like them. And then you can connect them down here like I did, or however you want to. You can mess with this stuff all day long. I really love messing with this stuff. But here's the completed pack. Shoulder strap. And then you want to complete it with the chest strap, so it will go from shoulder strap to shoulder strap to keep it from sliding off of you or coming apart. And I got a little compass on there, so I got it handy. This is just the berries. I just love it. I kind of pried out or cut some of the threads on some of these, and I can slide my bipod down in there and attach it with that. I tied my frame on to keep it as light as possible using parachute cord. You can kind of see some of that back in there. Because you got all kinds of tie-on points here that you can tie the thing on with. Your pack, any kind of pack you use. And here's another one of these I tied on here. Goes back over to here and just ties on to these, to anywhere on your pack. On the bottom, I just tied this here so it won't slide around. Just made it really, really short. Had a couple of tie-down straps in the back. A little bit of cayenne blood there. And just hold it in a good place. I really, really like this thing. The pack and the Pack-Rabbit Pack Mule seat. It's just awesome. You just get to your spot, flip the seat down, and you're hunting. It's quiet and fast. well, that's about all I can think about on this. If you got any questions, just email me, or excuse me, just post it on YouTube, and I'll try to get back to you. And I really appreciate you checking out my channel. And if you like this, subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. So thank you so much, and good luck hunting.